We have a ton of special guests with us today and a lot to cover. So we are just going to get started. Our first guest is Renee Cohen. Renee is an agent at Coldwell Banker Global Luxury Office. Welcome, Renee.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Are you ready for the new year?
I am ready for the new year.
So speaking of new year, Renee is a master at business planning. So, Renee, what is a business plan?
So a business plan is essentially a blueprint. It is what you use to figure out where you are, where you want to go, and how you're going to get there.
Do you do a business plan every year?
I do. I think everybody should do a business plan.
You think everyone should do a business? Well, I agree with you. Absolutely. So why do you business plan?
So I business plan for a number of reasons. First, it keeps me organized and it keeps me accountable. So it lets me know what I need to be doing and when. It allows me to track my business, and I track everything in my business, really. I track my clients, I track my closings, I track my leads, I track my referrals, I track my activities, my income, my expenses, and I love spreadsheets, as it says on the screen. So all of these things are part of my business plan, and it's what I do.
Wonderful. So back up just a touch.
Yes.
How long have you been in the business?
I'm in my 19th year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So for the last 19 years, you've been business planning.
So I can't say I've done it all
Okay.
19 years, but when someone mentioned to me probably 2 or 3 years in that you should have a business plan, I thought, oh, that actually sounds like a really good idea. Let's do that. So
Okay.
yes, I've been doing it for the better part of a decade to 15 years.
Okay, wonderful. So what goes into your business plan?
So a lot of things go into my business plan. So goals, mission, and vision. So like you have to know where you are, where you're going, and what you want to do, and why you do it. So all of those things are really important. So that's a big part of it. An income planner. I like to know what my goal is for the amount of money that I want to make or need to make in a year, and I use that to work backwards for how many appointments I need to have to make that happen. I also track my progress, how many leads I'm getting, how many referrals I'm getting, how many appointments I have, all those things. I also have my activities spreadsheet, so my spinning plates. So I need to know what all the activities are that I'm doing. So that's on there as well. And then I have my invite list because I do client appreciation parties and I do pop by. So I need to know who's going to be getting invitations to those things throughout the year. And then I have my budget because I need to know how much I'm going to be spending on all this stuff.
Okay. So does Dan...
Oh, and also my calendar.
Oh,
Yep,
and your calendar.
my calendar.
Okay.
Yes.
So Dan, your husband.
Yes.
Does he play a role in your business planning?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about that.
So Dan is a business guy. He has a business degree. I do not. And so he was really instrumental in helping me organize all of this at the very beginning. And now I do it myself, obviously. But we talk about what are the things that I want to do in my business and why I'm doing those things and what it's going to mean for us as a family to be able to accomplish that stuff.
Great. I think that's really important because real estate is not a job, it's a lifestyle.
Right.
And so having somebody to support you and to support your goal and your mission and your why,
Yeah.
and also your business plan, I think is really important.
Yeah.
So I'm a new agent.
Okay.
And I want to start a business plan.
Okay.
What's your process? How do I start?
So I start early. And several years ago, when our daughter, who's now 12, was about 2 or 3, I really wanted Dan to experience what it was like to take care of her for a weekend by himself. And so I started taking the Sunday before the Global Luxury Experience and going up to the mountains. And that is the kickoff for my business planning season. So I'm away from my family. I'm away from everything else. I go up early that day. I go take a walk. I spend some time outside. And then I sit down and I start my business planning for that next year. I'm not going to accomplish everything that day because business planning is not a one and done kind of thing. It is something that you do several times over the course of a couple of months. But if you start early, you can plan out that stuff, which is important.
Okay. And I think you're going to walk us through the process?
I am going to walk you through the process. So Todd, I think go ahead to the couple, keep going. There you go. So, like I said, start early. September-ish is a really good time, and set aside time. It can be overwhelming to do it all at once. Don't do it all at once. Carve out a few sessions throughout the course of the fourth quarter. That way you know when you're going to be doing it and you have that time set aside. And then you want to figure out your mechanism. So you told us a very long time ago that everything works and nothing doesn't. And it's true for prospecting as well as it is for business planning. So you've got to find what works for you. So for me, spreadsheets are what work, but you can business plan on a whiteboard. You can business plan on your phone. You can do it on a cocktail napkin. You can do it on really anything, but you've got to find what's going to work for you. And then you want to tweak it as needed. So like if you try to sit down and do it all at once, you're going to get that glazed over,
Sure.
exhausted, emotional kind of thing. So you want to set it aside and come back to it and look at it with fresh eyes.
Okay.
And then you want to refer to it often because it's not a one and done kind of thing. It is essentially your blueprint for success. And so you're going to want to check it out weekly, monthly, whatever works for you.
Okay. So how often do you review it?
So I keep it up it's open on my computer all the time. And so I'm looking at it a few times a week.
What would create a situation where you would make an adjustment to it?
So if I find that I am getting busy in life, because life enters in, right? I mean, I typically use the fourth quarter as a time to hit it hard, but this year we had some things come up that were inevitable and things that we had to do. My mother got sick. My father-in-law moved into memory care. Life enters in. And so there are a lot of things that may be in my business plan that I did not get to, that either I didn't have time for, or I decided I didn't want to do, or it was too stressful, or whatever it was. So I tweak it when those situations come up. Don't put things in your business plan that you don't want to do. If you're not going to do them, leave them off. Only put the things in there that you want to do, and also know that you may not get to everything, and that's okay.
And say that part again.
You may not get to everything, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So what other tips, tricks, suggestions do you have? I'm sure that many of you are already probably finished with your business plan. I would encourage everyone to take another look at it with a fresh set of eyes. Maybe you've put it away for a while. Take it out, take a look at it, make some tweaks. What tips and tricks might you have?
I would say have fun with it.
Okay.
You know, I mean, this business, it's a business, yes, but also if you're not having fun, you're not going to want to do it.
So don't trick yourself in your business plan?
No.
Like I'm going to do this, but I'm really not?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
You don't want to self-sabotage.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to share?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, Todd included some of my spreadsheets. These are the things that I typically use in my business plan. And if anybody is interested, I'm happy to share those.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions? If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. Todd is monitoring the chat. While he's looking at that, I do have a surprise question.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're in the holiday season.
Yes.
What is a family tradition that you have over the holidays?
So we celebrate Hanukkah. We're Jewish. But one of the things that we do and we love to do is we go ski Beaver Creek on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas Day is one of the best times to ski. Don't everybody go up there and do that now. But that is what we do. It's one of our things that we do. And Chinese food the night before.
Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for sharing. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Absolutely.
Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And enjoy your ski trip.
We will.
And again, if you have any questions, please reach out to Renee. I know that she's presented at several offices on business planning. She does an amazing job and always willing to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You got it. All right. Up next, I am very excited to introduce Beth Shields. Beth is an agent out of our Northern Colorado office. And we'll give Beth a second to get up here. Welcome. Thank you for being with us, Beth.
Thank you for having me.
A little bit about your real estate longevity. You've been in the business how long?
9 years now.
9 years now. Okay, so you have an amazing story that I can't wait for everyone to hear about, and how your story and your journey has brought you to a place where you've started a coaching program and a coaching business. So tell us about Beth and your journey and your story.
It's a crazy story because I tell people all the time I'm I think I'm like a little bit different than most realtors. I don't know, maybe we all think that, but I don't know. 10 years ago, our family was on food stamps and Medicaid, and we were facing foreclosure and our cars were being repossessed, and I was standing in food bank lines to feed my family, which is a very large family. And I kind of made the decision when I was pregnant with my seventh child, yes, 7, that I had to find a way to do something to change the trajectory of our lives. And I was homeschooling 6 kids and had a newborn baby and was studying at night for my real estate exam. And real estate has truly changed my life, my family's life, and I think it's impacted so many people around us. And it's been such an honor to be with Coldwell the majority of the time that I've been a real estate agent, because you guys have really supported me and my goals and my dreams and where I wanted to go, and never really, I felt like, pressured me to do more. And my business has just grown and exploded over the past couple of years.
It really has. Congratulations, because you're one of our top agents in the company, and you super professional, do it right every single day. So thank you.
Super professional most of the time.
Yes, super professional. And you take such good care of your clients. And I think that speaks to the success that you've had in your business. And you've grown your business year after year after year. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And a lot to overcome. So, so good for you. Awesome job. So talk to us about how your experiences led you now into your coaching program.
For me, one of the biggest things that I've really learned over these years is really how the people that surround us really help us to be more successful. And having the people that I did throughout my real estate journey helped me to become more successful. And, I've decided that I wanted to kind of find a way to give back and to create that opportunity. And I do feel like I can show people really how to do this business and do it very, very well. And I really believe that the majority of people that get into this business, if they're shown the proper steps and shown the way, it's far more than just getting your real estate license and selling and buying homes. It's about caring about people and the relationships and how to build that. And that really has been the goal of my coaching business, is to really help people understand that it's far more than just about homes.
Sure.
It's about people and where they are in their journeys and their lives. And I get to come in for just brief little snippets and support them and encourage them through it. And so the coaching business has kind of just come as a byproduct of what I've learned and what I experienced, and being able to give it back to other people.
Wonderful. So can you share with us a couple of situations or impacts you've made on agents' lives through your coaching?
I've coached a couple of agents very successfully. There have been some that have, come and had to go elsewhere and do other things. But one of the biggest success stories I have is an agent that came and worked with me for almost a year and a half, and he did phenomenal. I mean, just started producing about 6 months in, and I tell everybody it's about 6 months. Give yourself 6 months. But I will tell you, he relocated out to Pennsylvania. He now is building a massive brokerage out there and is coaching other agents. And one of the kindest things he said to me when he left me a review was, he says that he uses the tips that I used in training and coaching him with all of his agents now. And he took what I was teaching him to heart and really has fostered that as, just as you said earlier, it's a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And he just cares about people. And that was the biggest thing that I really encouraged him to do.
Wonderful. That's a really great example. So talk to us a little bit about the program and how somebody can get started with you.
Yeah, so what we're doing right now is we're actually creating a wait list. So if you go to this QR code, you'll actually be able to go to my Facebook group. And from there, you'll be put in kind of to like a wait list where you can sign up. And that will just help us to kind of be able to launch. The goal of this community is really to create, if you will, I feel like real estate at times can be a very lonely industry. Even though there's thousands of us out here,
Sure.
it can be competitive and cutthroat and lonely, and you feel kind of lost and like, what am I supposed to do today? And how do I find more business? And my goal in creating this community is giving all of us the opportunity to not only support each other, but to learn from each other. And so this community will be launching at the beginning of the year, which actually is perfect because everybody's going to be wanting to try new things and kind of get going for the new year. And from there, we'll be setting up, monthly webinars and discussion groups, and really just trying to help each other as agents grow and learn more and develop more as agents and be more successful, because I do believe 2025 will probably be one of the best years in real estate, and I'm super excited for it. So
Yes, you know what? If we had a crystal ball, I would say the same thing.
absolutely.
I think 2025 is going to be a very successful year for real estate. I think the changes that we saw in 2024 are gonna carry us through in a positive way to 2025.
Yes.
The one thing that when we spoke earlier about you coming on the show, when you called it a coaching community, I think that's very powerful in the message of working together. And, there's some, catchphrases or key terms like collaboration and, all of that, but really creating a community of sharing ideas and struggles.
Yes.
And, challenges too. I think that's really important. So congratulations.
Thank you.
On launching your Shields Coaching. That's a very cool logo.
Thank you.
By the way, nice
Thank you.
play on the name there, Beth.
Thank you.
Yes. And so you kind of threw it out there, but I'll say again, yes, you have 7 children. Yes, and the cutest grandson.
Yes, he's like a little social media influencer, I think already. Like my daughter told me that she went to church and somebody was like, they recognized her baby and not her. And she was just like, what is this? And I was like, I'm sorry. He's all over my social media. He's the best thing.
There you go.
really
There you go. Well, congratulations on
Thank
all
you.
of your success and launching your coaching. And again, please click on the QR code. It'll take you to Beth's site and a way to sign up for her coaching community. And I look forward to visiting again about the success of the program as we
Thank
move
you
into
so much.
2025.
Thank you, Tammy.
so much. Well, now you have your surprise question.
Great.
So I see on social media a lot of special things you're doing for clients
Oh, yeah.
over the holidays. So,
Yes.
so talk a little bit about what that looks like and the way you stay connected over the holidays.
So right now we are doing, it's like the countdown to Christmas. And because this week was just kind of crazy, I have a Christmas party with about 200 to 300 people showing up at my house this weekend. And I had this going on that I couldn't go and deliver these, but we are doing small little gifts to all of my past clients and, people who've referred me in the business and stuff. And so, yeah, this week, people are getting little whisks with Hershey Kisses, and they're left all over doorsteps. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and it's a great way to just connect with people.
Absolutely.
So I have about 100 of them going out every single week, and it's a lot to take on, but we're getting it done. So.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll chat again.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
catch up. You got it. Okay. Up next, I believe we have Chris Luchin with our legal lowdown. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Tammy.
How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I am doing wonderful, and I know that you are going to enlighten us with some new legal updates, and you get to do all the fun things.
Oh, yes. I put the fun in legal.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
All right. let's talk about a new clause that we're going to have as an option for our agents.
Wait, another new clause?
Yes, and it's not even the Santa Claus. I've been waiting for that all day.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to humor you. With
Thank you.
that. Okay, you got it. All right, let's jump into the clause.
This is on the exclusive right to sell. And as you know, we made some changes this year to the exclusive right to sell with 711. And we're not auto-populating this clause, but it's there as an option. Please see me or your manager. But it's basically around if you're going to work both sides of the transaction. If you're going to have the seller and also treat the buyer maybe as a transaction broker, you're going to work both sides that way. Or if you're going to treat the buyer as a customer and you want to be paid both sides of the transaction. I'll read it real quickly. In the event the broker changes status to a transaction broker for both buyer and seller, or broker works with unrepresented buyer as a customer, seller agrees to pay the broker additional sale compensation in the amount of blank percent of the gross purchase price or blank in US dollars. So this amount is in addition to the sale compensation as set forth in 7111. It's basically outlining that if you're going to work, again, treating the buyer as a customer or work as a transaction broker, that you do get the buyer side of the compensation.
Okay.
Okay.
I am compelled to say if you're going to go from agency to transaction broker, to remember to do the change of status.
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
very important. Please
Yes.
do a change of status. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about seller net sheets. This is kind of fun because I don't think people have been doing them for a while, which is hence why we're talking about them. But we've seen a lot of transactions come about lately where the agent hasn't had the conversation with the seller about what they're netting, and the amount is really tight. Some people bought homes in 2020. Maybe they paid over asking, and they need to get out of these homes, and then, you know, the proceeds just aren't there. So I'm recommending to all of my agents, please make sure you go on and do a seller estimated net sheet. I suggest doing it and being prepared at the listing presentation. You know, if you go to guardianpro.com, you can go to the seller net sheet and put in the estimated amounts that you have. You put in the purchase price, you put in the compensation amount. It'll auto-populate the title policy amount, and you can put in the estimated tax and things like that, and then it'll come out with what the seller should net. The other thing I suggest on this is that you pull an ownership and encumbrance report. I know it costs a few dollars with Guardian, but it's really worth its weight in gold. You're going to find things out about the property that you wouldn't have found out had you not pulled the report, because sellers don't always know exactly what they owe on the property, and they don't always remember those extra little liens on the property. So please pull a seller's net sheet. And the other thing I would suggest with this is make sure you present it with all your contracts and put it in with your documentation, so that way you can show the seller that you did give them the seller net sheet.
That's really important. We did have a situation where the seller was quite a bit short. Was not our seller. We represented the buyer, but the seller could not close because they had to bring money to the table to do that. And I think there was some things missed, and that became just an unfortunate situation for everyone. And we don't want our sellers to be caught in that type of a situation, or accept an offer that puts them in that situation if it's less than list price.
Agreed. The other thing I would suggest, because you can get ahead of it, if there's a need for a short sale, we have seen a couple of those lately. So if there's a need for a short sale, please get prepared for that. Don't hesitate to call me. I'm happy to chat with you about it. All right.
Short sale.
I know. It sounds. It's not.
I just had a flashback. Sorry.
I've been having them.
Okay, what's up next?
Post-closing occupancy agreement. Okay, there's nothing new here. But I really want to remind everybody that early this year, there was a change to the ruling about post-closing occupancy agreements. And the law states that you can't charge more than 2 times the monthly rent for a security deposit. So it's really simple. And I know a lot of people like to put 0 rent and then they want to put a security deposit in, but that violates that law. And so if you're going to do a PCOA, make sure you calculate that. If you're going to charge a security deposit, you have to make sure that it's not more than 2 times the monthly rent.
So 0 rent equals
0
security deposit.
Last time I checked, 2 times 0 is 0. I mean,
Okay.
I can recheck that later.
No, I think you're good.
All right. Lastly,
Okay, more fun.
let's just talk a little bit about NAR. I've had some questions around the value of the National Association of Realtors, and I want to make sure and remind our agents that there's a lot of value there, but I'm going to name just a couple of things that I think are important. I don't know if you all know this, but NAR fights for independent contractor status for agents. And in case you don't know what that is, that would mean that if they didn't fight it and they passed a law that said that all agents had to be employees, could you imagine that?
No.
That would mean everybody would have to show up at the office at 8 o'clock and they'd have to work until 5 or something to that effect.
Well, there's also the tax ramifications, right, of losing all the write-offs and expenses that as an independent contractor we have for tax purposes.
Yes.
So that's a huge piece that NAR has fought year after year to keep us independent contractors. Just one of the benefits.
And this comes up almost every year. Secondly, they also fight for the 1031 exchange status. Most of you know that's the tax write-off for investors to be able to take money from one property and invest it into a second like-kind property when they sell that first one, and it delays the taxes. It's a huge benefit for investors, and it does create opportunities for our agents to do some more transactions. So it's a great thing that they fight for. Last thing, NAR does a lot of research and statistics, and they do these nationally. And the reason why that's important is it allows us to pull that data in and utilize it for our clients, our customers. And so it's really important. I know Dan out of Boulder does the NAR stats almost every month, and he utilizes those. So that's a really important value that NAR does for us.
Absolutely. On the local board, the Colorado Association of Realtors, if we remember back, 4 years at the height of the pandemic, because of what Carr did down at the Capitol, we were allowed to continue working. We became essential workers, which was huge. It took them about 4 or 5 days at the Capitol to get that passed so we could be essential and we could continue working. So belonging to the local board, the state board, and the national board, there are benefits in each one of those.
Yes.
That I think through the settlement and all of that, we've lost some perspective and sight of what they do to protect our industry, and also great things for home ownership
Yes.
as well on the national level.
I would also recommend our agents to get involved with the local board. I think it's huge. I did a leadership academy with PPAR 9 or 10 years ago, and it really enlightened me as to what the board does. So it was extremely educational.
Okay, wonderful.
Well, thanks, Tammy, for having me. You have any
No,
last
Chris,
questions?
It is always my pleasure, and I haven't told you this yet, but we're going to kick off 2025 with a couple of contract and conversation teams meetings.
Ooh.
Yeah, we just want to touch base with our agents to see how everything's going and get a read on any of the changes and maybe some of the impacts. Are you up for that?
I'm up for that.
Okay, great. Let me just check the chat. Nothing in the chat, Todd? Okay. All right, Chris, thank you so much.
Thanks, Tammy.
Oh, wait. Your secret question.
Oh, I have a secret question?
Surprise question.
A surprise question?
Your
Okay.
surprise question. So you have 4 children.
That's correct.
Okay. So what is the one Christmas tradition that you have with your family?
Wow. So typically, we do a a Christmas gift on Christmas Eve, but hopefully the kids aren't watching this because
Oops.
Jessica usually makes it like a pair of pajamas or a book or something like that, and so that's usually our Christmas tradition.
Okay. And then like matching pajamas.
Not always.
Okay. All right. Well, Merry Christmas. Have an amazing holiday season. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Tammy. You too.
Bet. All right. Up next, I am super excited to introduce Tammy Breezer, agent out of our Denver West office, and Mercy Tucker with Project ICU. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
How are you?
So good.
Wonderful. Well, tell us a little bit about the organization and your roles in that.
Yeah, I'm Mercy. Yeah, and I am the executive director
Okay.
of the organization. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization that got our start in 2009. So we have been around for 15 years doing this work. And we actually got started in the Dominican Republic. Our roots are the Dominican Republic, and then we've moved the work to Denver. We have always been about women taking ownership of their lives, empowering women to do that. And so Denver, this initiative, this specific initiative that we're doing right now is called Shared Power. And it's just that we are sharing power and making sure that those women that do not have access or it's not equitable for them to own homes and businesses, that's happening for them. So Shared Power is up to $10,000 grants for female first-time homeowners and women-owned businesses.
Wonderful.
Yes. And I will just say that our vision is really having a generational opportunity
Sure.
for these women so that it can be in a generational impact. Like, we know that this is the only way that they can build generational wealth, and we want to see that happen for all of us.
Wonderful. So how does somebody get into the program or reach out? What's the reach out on that?
So yeah, it's going to our website, www.projecticu.org, and you'll click on the initiative Shared Power, and right there is the application to apply. And after the application, there's an interview process, and then they get welcomed into a cohort. So it is really so much more than just a grant. It's education, it's community.
Sisterhood. We call it sisterhood, where women who are in process to buy get to join in a community. And so we have women who, are not even close to qualifying, but have never owned and just desire to own. And so they're seeing other people own and go through this who were homeless, who were in hard situations. A lot of people have come from parents who were homeless, a lot of our homeowners, and they get to see other women closing, and then they are like, oh my gosh, I can do this. And so then they're coming alongside this group that's like, here's the next step, I just closed. And then the homeowners who closed, they come back and they stay part of the cohorts to encourage the next women to close. So it's pretty awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. What else can you tell us about the program?
Well, we've had this is a little bit of our stats. We've had over 700 applicants. 100 grants have been given. We have 150 participants that come and are part of the cohorts and part of the growth. So we've just started in 2001 with giving these grants and just watching it grow year after year. And they ran a couple news stories, which gave us a ton of applications right after we hired a coordinator for the program. So that was really awesome because we needed that. Mercy needed that. And just so many applicants have come in and they've closed, and it's just been an amazing process.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Absolutely amazing. So Tammy, you've been an agent for how long?
23 years.
23 years.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations. So you probably have maybe a different perspective of the foundation and the power of what you
Yes.
all are doing there. Do you want to share any
Sure.
of that?
Yeah, one thing we all have our stories. So I have my story of Kay, the single mom, who came to me like, I want to buy something, and she was paying $800 rent, and she was this close, but she didn't have a down payment. The numbers didn't work. She didn't quite qualify. She came to me the next year. Now her rent's $1,000. She still doesn't qualify. Then she came to me the next year. Her rent's $1,200, and she's not qualifying. And then I was able to just think creatively with her. We got her a tri-level And we had my contractor just like shared entrance, made an apartment downstairs. She rented that for $1,000 a month, and she qualified and got in. And now she's sitting on $100,000 of equity that she never would have had, maybe even more equity. And I just, that's my personal story of watching this. And like, if you can't get in because you're just short that little bit, like she just couldn't get over the hump. There was no more money to access. No family member was giving her money. There was no more money. And we finally when we got her in, I was like, that changed her world.
Absolutely.
And her daughter's world. And her daughter saw her mom become a homeowner, and just the generational impact that has.
Absolutely. And then that's creating that pattern, right? When you see mom do it,
Absolutely.
then you can do it. Just like your cohorts and your community, when somebody is, seeing people succeed in this,
Yes.
where, they may never have thought that they could own a home, but
Yep.
they see it happening, and then that is
It's a catalyst.
there you go. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Any other stories you would like to share?
Yeah, I just want to say that really for us, we're seeing that there's nothing being done like this in Denver for women, like in this way, and it's causing them to be able to like take that step that some get really close to closing, and it's like, I can't do this. This is that are all saying this is getting us there. So just the story of Latasha she was one where, she has a special needs daughter, and that means that she's in a wheelchair, and that means that she needed a property that could be her own, so she could get it ADA accessible, right? So what that means for her, coming from a home where she was in Section 8 housing, right? She didn't have this even idea in her mind that I could ever own a home. And the fact that, she heard about this program, got in, and we got her there, and now she can make all of those, renovations that she needs to.
Sure.
She's now saying, because I've accomplished this dream, I can accomplish anything, right? Like, what's my next dream? Like, that's what, her words. Then there's like Rihanna, a daughter of one of our Shared Power homeowners. And Reba was one of our first homeowners, and now she's on our board, vice president of our board, just giving her feedback and, what this is and what this program needs to be. And Rihanna is now saying, I'm not only going to own a home, I'm going to have multiple bank accounts. Like, she's like,
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
It's like, it's what you just said. This is how this goes. Like, once you've seen this happen, that it can happen for you and can continue to happen. Shadi is another example, Iranian background, and in that way, her family, this just doesn't happen for women in that culture. And she is a North High School teacher, right? And talk about teachers in Denver, like, as far as getting there, like, how do they do it without a program like this? And she says that again and again. So, so many stories. I could just keep going on and on. Yes.
Well, it's an amazing program. I know just a little bit about what Tammy has shared with me, but both of your passion for this is just like beaming right now. and the fact that home ownership opens up so many other doors.
Yes.
Right? That generational wealth piece, but the example for children, as well as, opening up another bank account or seeing, having a dream and going, I can do this and I can do that too. So just amazing work, ladies.
Yeah.
Amazing work. So what are ways that people can get involved?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite because it's so wide that we can, our biggest need is raise funds. And so we've created a program called Captains. Mostly it seems to be real estate agents, lenders, people in our industry who are like, we know this. We have a single mom that raised us, whatever their story is. And you like champion and become a captain and commit to raise $10,000. And I did this for the first time, I think in 22. And I remember like, I don't know if I can raise $10,000. And I did. And then the next year I raised more. And then this year I raised more. And I was like, people are giving and want to give. And so like to step out and like be a captain, we have captain lunches once a month where we help encourage captains and how to raise money and different ideas. We have a whole program, a whole Google Drive with lots of resources. So really an opportunity to just come along and raise money with us because that is what we need.
Okay.
So-
Awesome.
And our goal is for 2025 is $500,000. So we're trying to see 50 women get into homes this year, and that goal is there because, like Tammy said, we've been on the news a couple of times this year. Applications are soaring. We have a pipeline of women waiting for this. So there is an urgency, a sense of urgency of like, let's see this happen for them and get to say yes to all of them. And so we just want to thank Coldwell Banker for being a part of this. I mean, you have come beside us and said yes, and are getting us there. Like we're trying to take this to the next level, and you have been a part of that. So
Yes.
thank you.
I feel so grateful too.
You're very welcome. It was such an honor to be able to participate through our CB Cares Foundation. So for everyone who has donated to CB Cares Colorado, this was something that we were able to do because of your generous donations to give to Project ICU to help another woman get into home ownership.
Yep.
So thank you so much. We'll pass on this information to anybody who also wants
Yes.
to be involved. There's some follow on social here, but we'll get the information out to all of you if you want to be involved. And Tammy Breezer out of our Denver West office, we all know how to find our agents.
That's
so
right.
I know that Tammy would welcome any questions or
Yes.
more information.
And I want to say another way to be involved, which is really great, is like we can teach at these cohorts. We can bring dinner. We can just be involved in the cohorts too. So you can walk alongside these women who are in process. So talk to me. I'll get anyone connected who wants to do that, because that's a real powerful way to see the program in action. And there's room. So.
I wanted to say the last thing also is just we have had different agencies take this on, but we haven't yet had different branches throughout the state or throughout the city take it on, and would love to see Coldwell Banker be that, right? Like we're like the Denver West has a team, and then Denver Ever Branch has a team, and so would love to
Like
just
each office
invite all
raised
of you in.
$10,000. That'd be amazing.
Right.
That would be
Love to
amazing.
invite you
Yes,
in.
that
Yes.
would be amazing. I could see that on a 2025 plan.
That's
Yes.
right. Put it on
Okay.
your
Do
business
it.
plan.
All right. Okay, so surprise question.
First question.
Okay, surprise question. Favorite. So I have to come up with two here quickly. So favorite holiday food.
Okay, mine is, everyone makes fun of us. Our family does this thing, we call it frozen stuff. It's real technical, but it's like evaporated milk and frozen pineapple and strawberry, and it's like a Jell-O. But my sister-in-law, when she married into the family, she's like, it's dessert. You eat dessert with dinner. So
Okay, so we have it at dinner.
yes, we have it at dinner.
It's called frozen stuff.
Frozen stuff.
Okay.
It's quite good. I don't think it's good for you.
Oh, the whole other direction. Ours is shrimp cocktail. Okay. This is when we do it. Bring it out. And
Okay.
we
Awesome.
get our fill.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for sharing. Happy holidays.
Yes.
And congratulations on the success
Thank
of
you.
the program. And we look forward to being part of it in the future.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's see. Up next, we have Amazing Moyer, all the marketing magic for 2025. Hey, Todd.
Hello there. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. So 2025 is shaping up in the marketing world.
Yes.
And on a couple meetings, saw a couple
Yeah.
of fun things coming our way. So what do you want to share with us today?
Yeah, lots coming down the line. First of all, thanks to everybody for an amazing 2024. We really accomplished some significant things over the year, and 2025 is going to be, that much better, if you will. So, one thing that is in motion right now is the 2025 Agent Marketing Plan. You have seen it probably in some of the different communications. Many of the offices have been doing workshops and whatnot. But what I really love about this is that it's plug and play. You literally take it off the shelf and incorporate it into your business plan, but really focus on all the things that the plan has for you ready to go. And especially in today's world, in today's fast-paced business, to come up with a plan and think about a plan, if you will. This is all done for you. And if you just follow what is suggested in the plan here, you're sure to succeed.
Well, I think one of the highlights of the marketing plan is that prospecting calendar.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can plug in your prospecting for any of our Clients for Life events, any events we have going on as a company. So I think that's one of the coolest things
Yeah.
of that marketing plan.
Well, and this business, as we've said, is a contact sport, and it's a relationship business, and it's all about staying in contact with your people on a regular basis. And if you just, again, follow the prospecting piece of the plan, the business is sure to follow.
Absolutely. Okay, what's next?
Yeah. So next up, we just launched the winter activity guide for this month, which rounds out this year's Clients for Life event. But right here in front of you is, and I'll be getting this out to you via email later today, is the 2025 Clients for Life event calendar and activation plan. So
I feel like we need a drum roll or something.
I mean, the best part of it is
here it is. It's December what? 11th?
Yeah.
And we have the plan.
We have the plan. So that in itself is amazing that it's the middle of December and we have a plan for you, folks. Some of the new things here that are exciting that I want to touch on is, first of all, many of you said, can we have a couple other different giveaways, right? So we have Target, we have Home Depot, and we have Wayfair and so forth. Well, new based on your suggestions is a Amazon giveaway.
Okay.
Because who doesn't need an Amazon card, right? Maybe a couple $10,000. No, just kidding. But Amazon is new. We also have new based on suggestions from everybody in the field, a new night for the Rockies game. So instead of a weeknight, which has historically been a Tuesday night, we have moved it to now a Saturday night, which we're really excited about. So it'll be June 21st, Saturday night, and that will just help with people getting to the game without having to deal with traffic or
Right.
picking up kids or whatever's going on. So June 21st, that will be the May Blast. Something else that's exciting that's new to the calendar is what is the Big Chili Cook-Off. So we have the Big Chili Cook-Off in Evergreen up in the foothills supporting our firefighters and first responders. And so we're going to be inviting your clients to attend this amazing fun event that is a charity event that supports the first responders and the firefighters of our foothills. So
I've gone a couple in the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah?
I've gone. It is a super fun event, and like thousands of people are there. Tasting chili contest, lots of booths, a beer garden, live music.
But all the fire trucks
yep,
out there for kids to play on and climb on. It's really cool.
It's a really cool event.
so
So
we're
I'm glad that we added that.
Yep.
And then one other exciting thing.
Is
Homes for Dogs.
Oh, Homes for Dogs. I was going to say trick question already.
No, not your trick question. No, it shouldn't be.
Yeah. So Homes for Dogs is going to be coming up and new to the lineup, and that will be a community event. Obviously, we all know everybody has dogs or loves their pets here in Colorado. So we'll be engaging and helping you engage with your clients and supporting the different, say, dumb friendly leagues of the Front Range and those type of adoption agency for pets and dogs. So excited about that one.
Stay tuned for more information.
We do have our we do have our Zoolates dates as well, so we'll be doing that in November. So more to come. But yeah, the lineup is going to be amazing again to stay in touch with your clients and have meaningful reasons to contact them and communicate with them.
Okay, beautiful.
All right, more. Of course, we have our Economic Summit, right? So that will be the first e-blast of January. And this is super popular for you to invite your clients to the virtual event with our very own Elliot Eisenberg. This will take place on February 6th. We have two different showings, one at 3 p.m. and one at 6 p.m. on February 6th. So more to come on that. But this is the new creative, which I'm really excited about. And we have all kinds of the other assets that will be coming your way to support you in 2025 as we roll out the Clients for Life. Something else that I'm excited
But wait, there's more.
There is more.
Okay.
Here we go. I think most of you have seen or opened my marketing digest that I send to you, which is a menu of the different marketing and tool related classes that occur each week. And so a new layout, a new navigation, a new way for you to easily access and really brush up on your skill set here as a real estate agent. So watch for that launching this Friday. So every Friday coming from me will be the brand new Marketing Digest. So new and improved, excited
Okay.
about that.
Awesome. And is there more?
But wait, there's even
Wait,
more.
there's more. The
This
marketing
is
catalog.
something that I'm really excited about. And what I would suggest each of you do is pull out your phone and scan the QR code or go to the marketingcatalog.com. And what I really would love for each of you to do is save this as a shortcut on your mobile device. Okay, save it as a shortcut or bookmark it on your mobile device or your browser. But what this is, and I think we all agree, we have a lot of tools, right?
We have a lot of tools.
We have a lot of tools, programs, and systems.
And where do I find these?
And that's the thing. Where do I even begin to find some of this, short of going to desk and maybe typing in a search or looking for tiles? The Marketing Catalog is a flip book with a table of contents that is hyperlinked. And with that, you can literally go to all the different tools that we have. We'll be able to continue to add to this and update it real time because it is in a digital format. And yeah, it's all in the Marketing Catalog, and it's really something that I think is going to be super powerful and helpful for everybody to just go to one place, the Marketing Catalog, and access our tools.
Absolutely. It is really, it's probably one of the best things that I have seen in a long time come out of
Dynamite.
the marketing department. So
Yep.
thank you
Yep.
to you and all of your
Team effort.
peeps
Yep.
for putting this together. And I know that success coaches are equally excited about it.
Absolutely.
Because it's an easy way to train our agents, new or existing agents,
yep.
on some of the tools that they may be missing out on. So thanks. It really is impressive.
There's a YouTube link in each one of these, right? So you can go to the YouTube link on each of the tools or products that's sitting there and catch up for like a 5, 10, 15-minute little YouTube video that explains the product and how to best leverage what it is. So
Okay. Awesome. All right.
that's all I have. for
Is
this
that
one.
all for 2025? No, I
In
think
my
that's-
toolbox?
I think that's just a little
Scratch the surface.
That's right. I think that's a little sneak peek of marketing in 2025.
Yep.
But we can go back, if we could go back one slide. December is our month of giving here at Coldwell Banker. Thank you so much. I've seen some donations come in already. Really, really appreciate it. Through CB Cares, we have the opportunity to support foundations like Project ICU, along with the Girls Athletic Leadership Club, the Denver Academy. We've done Denver Pride, Sense of Security, and several other organizations that we're really proud to sponsor and be a part of. But we can't do it without your generous support. So please, if you'd like, take a minute, scan the QR code, and give to CB Cares for our month of giving in December. So thanks again for all of your generous support. Again, we couldn't do everything that we do through foundations without you. Appreciate that. And then our up and coming Mile High View
Yes.
for January.
January 10th will be here at 1 o'clock, and this will be our own mini version of the Economic Summit, but focused on Colorado specific. So we'll have Elliot Eisenberg, of course. We'll have Amanda Snitker with a Colorado real estate update. Our very own Elaine Lyon will provide us with a luxury outlook. Greg Batchelor, a rental market update, and then of course you, the
I get to ask all the questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And
what's my
try
trick question?
And try to keep, Elliot contained in a seat is always
I know, right?
the most fun of the whole event. Okay, so
Yeah.
what is do you think Michelle is watching?
Oh gosh, no.
Okay.
She runs
All right.
a preschool
So-
class.
Oh, okay. So this is safe. So what is the absolute worst Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
Oh, let's see. Not the fruitcake, right?
I don't know.
Let me think. Gosh, I don't even know. I could make up something.
All
They're
great
all-
gifts. Okay, so
well,
what-
the
so
reason
what
they're
is-
great is because she tells me what she wants. Like so.
No, not what you've given, what you've gotten,
Oh, from her. Oh,
or from anyone. It doesn't have to be from your wife.
gosh, no, they're all great. I'm very gifted and blessed to receive anything. So
Okay,
it's
so-
more important to give.
It's more important to give. Yes. Yeah. So you shared a story with me one time.
Oh, okay. Here.
About your boys.
Yeah.
And Michelle wanted a new handbag. I think it was for her birthday,
Okay.
right? Do you remember this story?
keep going.
And one of your boys said, "There's a whole bunch in the basement. Why don't we just go get one of those?"
Yeah, re-gift it. Yeah. So we probably, yes, there's so many. She loves Coach, right? Coach handbags, among others. So, yeah, there is a pile in the basement.
But you explained to your son like that wouldn't be the
That
thing
wouldn't be a
to
good
do.
idea.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be smart. And yeah,
Yeah.
so now that they're 22 and 18 and have girlfriends, I've, reminded them not to go get mom's purses.
Yeah. Don't
But
re-gift.
they probably wouldn't want Coaches anyways. That's not
There you go.
like today's.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Yeah,
for being on the show, and thanks. Everything that you do for marketing and supporting our managers and our agents, it really makes a difference in our business.
It's a pleasure and honor. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for the Mile High View for the year of 2024, believe it or not. Looking forward to 2025 and sharing all of your successes with you. Thanks again for everything that you do at Coldwell Banker to keep us number one. Grateful for everything that you do and, of course, your support for CB Cares. Have an amazing holiday season, and we will see you soon.